A study by Ovid Health found that high stress increases the risk of premature death by 43%. And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say it's the 15th leading cause of death in the United States, if you believe that stress is bad for you. And that's higher than homicide, by the way. So how do we not get so stressed out? Or how do we limit the stress we feel? Because obviously nobody wants to die prematurely, I'm assuming. We would all like to maximize our time we have. Well, I have no actual credentials, but I'm glad you clicked on the video because I've kind of learned how to manage stress through various things. I mean, for example, this week my apartment flooded. I had an inch of water the day before school started. So if everything kind of looks out of whack, that's why. I kind of feel like I may know a thing or two about stress right now, you know what I'm saying? So here are a few ways to avoid stress or lower your stress levels. Number one, go outside. Spending 20 to 30 minutes a day outside can significantly reduce your cortisol levels. I know everybody's like memeing that right now, but it's the main stress hormone. And if you can lower that, you lower your stress. Now this means taking a walk, riding a bike, playing basketball, playing football, anything outside, going to the beach, going to the mountains, anything in between. Getting outside for 20 to 30 minutes a day will significantly reduce your stress levels, but it's just a great way to get outside and kind of avoid the problem. Not avoid, but get outside of the problem. Number two is hanging out with friends. It's always good to hang out with friends. I mean, when my apartment flooded, my roommate and I were already hanging out with two people and we had just come back and we invited them over, our buddies, and we walked in, we started joking immediately. Immediately we were like, well, who wants to go for a swim, right? My buddy ended up throwing reels on the TV. We were watching Instagram reels while trying to mop out an inch and a half or 2 inches of water in our entire apartment. It didn't go well. We didn't mop out anything. We had to get a vacuum in here. People came and sucked it up. Anyway, that's not the moral. The moral is we were laughing while we were doing it. We had a good time. It was a stressful time for sure, but it could have been a lot more stressful. And studies actually show that when you laugh and you joke with your pals, that releases great chemicals for your brain that end up lowering your cortisol. And remember, low cortisol summer, low cortisol school year, low cortisol life. The day after it flooded, we were getting our baseboards ripped up. I really would rather have not been here. So I went over to some friend's house and sat in their hammock, which they have in the living room tied up basically to the roof. That was very hard to get into and quite frankly, terrifying. But we laughed about it. We were laughing about it. And I wasn't really thinking about the fact that our apartment is getting ripped to shreds right now. Number three, journaling. I have journaled for a lot. I've never actually finished a journal. I love just getting journals and starting them. It's a great way to get your thoughts out and really stop you from overthinking the things that you've already thought. And studies show that it can reduce physical tension as well as mental stress, mental tension that you have. And a lot of times for me, journaling helps me find a way to see a solution I never thought I saw before, but I've written it down and now I look back at it and I'm like, wait a minute, this was right under my nose the whole time. Number four is exercising or getting a good sweat in every day or every couple of days. Not a sweat like you're playing video games and your armpits start sweating. No, I'm talking about like going outside, running, playing pickup basketball, playing pickup football, playing tennis, playing golf, playing, whatever that gets your heart rate up a little, gets you sweating. It's great to sweat. That physical activity boosts chemicals in your brain in which you lower your cortisol. Remember, low cortisol school year. And if you can really get into a rhythm of working out, playing sports, just sweating every day, it's great for your mental state. Finally, the last one isn't quite scientific. It's just something that I have found works for me. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll figure out what I'm stressed about, right? If it's my apartment flooding, okay, well, what steps can I take right now? If I can't take any right now, then I try not to worry about it too much. And if I can take any steps, I start there. And then I also figure out the main problem and figure out what has to go wrong for that to happen. This never gets fixed, maybe, is the main problem. I never really feel like I'm at home again. Well, what has to happen? Most of the time, so many things have to go perfectly wrong that I can honestly just convince myself that that'll never happen. I would have to work insanely hard to make that happen. And if I put a little bit of effort into the opposite, working the opposite way, moving the ball into the area where I'm like, okay, I feel like home again, probably more likely than not, it's gonna work and I'm gonna feel like I'm at home again. Stress can end up shaping your life and ending it sooner rather than later. It can end it before you've really achieved your goals that you wanted to. My hope is that this video maybe just started you on the thought process of stress and how to avoid stress and have a low cortisol school year, and then a low cortisol year, and then a low cortisol life. And finally, to end the video, this is not doctoral advice, but I have found the #1 best way that I get rid of stress is by praying.